بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم لم يكن الذين كفروا من أهل الكتاب والمشركين منفكين حتى تأتيهم البينة. In this surah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying there is no way those who disbelieve among the people of the book and the pagan will be left or leaving their state of disbelief or state of kufr until a clear evidence is going to come to them. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is explaining what that clear evidence is. رَسُولٌ مِّنَ اللَّهِ يَتْلُو صُحُفًا مُطَهَّرَةً, a messenger from Allah reading a books from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala which has not been altered. فِيهَا كُتُبٌ قَيِّمَةٌ. Those books contain a lot of straight topics, different topics that touch the lives of those people. Now Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala here is stating a very important fact, which is the only way that anyone can leave the state of disbelief and find the clear way to Allah is the way that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has sent, is by giving this clear evidence, this clear guidance from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, which is a messenger from Allah reading the books of Allah. And the word yatlu in Arabic means he's reading without changing, without alteration. And he's not only reading without alteration, but he's reading from a book which has not been altered, as it has been mentioned in the previous surah, in Surah Al Qadr, that this book was revealed from Al-Lawh al-Mahfuz, which is in the heaven. No one can touch it, no one can change it. And this message contains a lot of topics that touch the life of the people. It has, for example, the book of Zakah, the book of Hajj, the book of prayer. All of these books is contained in this guidance. So it's a guidance of how to lead the life. However, it is another intrinsic feature of the human being, that they are not all the same. That when they receive this clear guidance, this clear message, they will differ. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is mentioned that as a fact, as a historical fact that will keep happening all the time. وَمَا تَفَرَّقَ الَّذِينَ أُوتُوا الْكِتَابَ إِلَّا مِن بَعْدِ مَا جَاءَتْهُمُ الْبَيِّنَةُ. And the people of the book, they have not been different. The differences in the religion has only happened after they receive the message, after they have received the evidence. We've seen that when Moses came to the people of Israel, what happened? Some of them believed him, some of them became believer in Moses, and some of them refused. Like Qarun, who has refused to get the message. When Jesus came on, some of the people of Israel believed him and they became Christian. Some they didn't, and they were disbelievers. And when Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, some believed in Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and some refused. So every people who have been given this message, some of them believed and some did not. Although the message was very simple, the message was similar, the message is the same message that came to Adam alayhi salam, till Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, وَمَا أُمِرُوا إِلَّا لِيَعْبُدُوا اللَّهَ مُخْلِصِينَ لَهُ الدِّينَ حُنَفَاءَ وَيُقِيمُوا الصَّلَاةَ وَيُؤْتُوا الزَّكَاةَ وَذَلِكَ دِينُ الْقَيِّمَةِ. The message is very simple. They have been commanded by Allah to worship Allah alone, with clear and sincere intention. Number one, Hunafa. They don't take partners with Allah. They don't worship anything other than Allah. They don't worship idols. They don't worship systems. They don't worship money. They don't worship democracy. They only worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. and they give the right of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. وَيُقِيمُ الصَّلَاةِ, this right of Allah, the prayer that will purify the person, that will create the connection between the person, the believer, and his Lord. This is prayer. وَيُؤْتُ الزَّكَاةِ, and they give the charity, the compulsory charity, which is the right of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the wealth, which will make the society better society while we are living in this life. And this is the right deen. This is the straight deen. This is the straight path that will lead to Allah. This is simple. It is the same. If the Jew have seen this message, which is the same message that came from Moses and has been said by Jesus, they had believed. And those are the lucky one, the good one who have believed. If the Jew and the Christian have seen this message came from Prophet Muhammad and believed, they are the good people. But there is two types of people. The first type, إن الذين كفروا من أهل الكتاب والمشركين في نار جهنم خالدين فيها أولئك هم شر البرية. Those who disbelieve among the people of the book and among the pagan, those who choose to stay on the state of disbelief even after they have seen the clear message, even if after they've seen the Islam, the message from Allah, the deen from Allah Ta'ala, those people are eternally in the hellfire. And they are the worst of creation, regardless of what they have done, regardless of any good aspect of their life. They are the worst of creation because they have refused to give the right to their Creator. They have refused to believe in their Creator. That's why they are the worst of people. I could have a very, very nice car, but if this car, very comfortable, has air conditioning, everything, but if it doesn't take me from point A to point B, it cannot move. This is not a functional car. It will be the worst car ever. If I have another car that can take me from point A to point B, maybe it's not as comfortable as the first car, it will be a functional car because it will take me from point A to point B. It will do its purpose. On contrary, those who believe in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, those who believe the messengers of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and work upon it, إن الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات أولئك هم خير البرية, those are the best of creation. Why? Because they fulfilled their purpose. We have a Creator, and the Creator has given us a purpose. So if we believe in the Creator and follow the commands of the Creator, then we will be the best of creation. And what will be the reward? جزاؤهم عند ربهم جنات عدن تجري من تحتها الأنهار خالدين فيها أبدا رضي الله عنهم ورضوا عنه. The reward is with their Lord or from their Lord. Garden of Edens, Jannat Adnin, where the rivers flow beneath those gardens, and they are there eternally. Moreover, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is pleased with them, and they are content with their Lord. And all of this for those who have fear in their heart from their Lord. So we have to have this fear all the time, the fear of us doing the wrong things. We have to be vigilant that we are in a test in this life, and the bayinah can be very, very apparent. And this differences can happen to anyone. So let's be vigilant, and we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to be among those people who be from the believer who do good work. جزاكم الله خيرا.